So we already did a hamstring stretch. When you stretch out anyone's hamstrings by keeping his knee straight, I'm gonna get that insertion a little bit more. By keeping his knee bent, I'm gonna get the origin and crank it over a little bit more, and I'll get a little bit of a deeper stretch. I'm gonna do some hip rotation, some external rotation here, and by just kind of taking his leg and turning it like I call it a socket wrench, I'm just gonna crank to one side. I'll put my other foot over to anchor his hips and make sure they're not being compensated for, so you get a true stretch here. So this is just gonna work on that rotation, outward rotation, and then we can always add a little bit more difficulty, or just kind of change it by adding some hip flexion in here, which is gonna get a little more glute. And just change the angle and find where he's stiff. You know, we're trying to stretch and find the points of most resistance, not least. So if his body wants to default and fall off, we're gonna go back to that hard position and try to work through the range of motion there, not let it default to where it naturally wants to go to. So again, I'm gonna anchor the hip in here. I'll use my arm to kind of keep that knee nice and that femur nice and vertical, and then rotate. Whenever you're in this, I'm gonna call it pigeon, figure four position, you wanna make sure the person's ankles flexed. It creates a little more protection around the knee here. And if anyone ever gives you any feedback that there is knee pain, there's other ways to stretch this. You don't have to just crank on the knee laterally to get that torque there. So if there's no symptoms or pain, green light. If there's something going on with the knee, you can change this, do some different things with that.